Hello everyone, this is Pretty with Pretty Colors for You. I'm here with my March completed pages and my April plans. So I'm gonna go ahead and look in my book. So here I'm gonna start with my April plans. So looking at my book here, I did something different this time. I put on the left side here books that I wanted to work in, but it was not a guarantee that I would work in those books. Here I put eerie books that I wanted to work in, and then over here just extra books that were not you know, eerie or mythographic books that I wanted to work in. So one being Doodles Out of Space, Village Charm, and Million Baby Animals. So I ended up doing Mythographics Aviary and Mythographic Dream Garden, and more than that actually, because I actually ended up doing probably 3 out of the Mythographics. I did do my Ruby Sweet Dreams for March, the mini thing. And then over here, what I completed, if I am correct, I believe it was more than that though. And then I did completed pages, Mythographic Voyage, Fairy Tale by Eerie, Mythographic Dream Garden, as I said, Doodles Out of Space, Mythographic Aviary, Spooky, my Spooky coloring book, Dawn's World Fairy Tale, Village Charm, 2 pages in that book, Forest Girls Season, which is a new book for me. I just had got that book, and I did not do a new book update, which I did get a few new books. I didn't do a video for those. I have been so busy for March, guys. Anyways. I did Dream Coloring Book, Calming Coloring Book for kids. So Dream Coloring Book is the first one that I got, and then I got the second one, Calming Coloring for Kids. Those books are the same type. Forest Full of Flowers I did, and then Winter Wonderlands. I think I did more than that, but like I said, I was busy this month, guys, and that's what I was able to do. So what I planned to do for April so far is Spooky, and I'm going to pull out that book. Without showing what I did for this month already. I should have had it out already, of course. But I just have so many books that I am actually putting to the side to show that I've done, because some books that I did for March I'm still working on in April as well. So the page that I plan to do in Spooky or April is this page, and I believe I've seen some people do this page already, and this was a bleed through, guys, that I did for another page that's I done. So I'm gonna do this page in Spooky for April, and that's in that book. So that's the page that I'm gonna do in Spooky, and if I come across another one, but so far for April Spooky book, I'm gonna do this page. And I'm gonna sit that to the side because also I completed a page in that book this month. Fairy Tales Eerie. You guys already knew that I was going to be completing a page in this book, which was why I bought this book again, because I planned on doing the Wizard of Oz, the Wizard of Oz page again, but I wanted to do it in the way that I wanted to do it the last time that I didn't do it. So I did it already. I think it was one of my February pages. I didn't quite like the castle, so I wanted to do it the way that I originally planned to do it. So I bought this book again so that I can do this page again. So this is going to be an April page, and that is in the Eerie book, Fairy Tales. I'm gonna set that over here because and then Mythographic Menagerie. I think I already have it out. Guys, it's really funny because I have new books that I should have probably shown, but I didn't because I just didn't I didn't show the books because, like I said, I was so busy for the month. So Mythographic Menagerie, the page that I plan to do in here is back here somewhere because I have it marked already. I think it's this page. I was not sure if it was going to be this page or that one was marked for sure, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be that page or this one because I really like, you know, I like witchy stuff. So not sure if it was that one or the one that I showed previously. So definitely going to be working in Mythographic Menagerie. And then next I have Mythographic Cosmic Spirit. So I'm actually already working on the page that I am supposed to do for April here. And I've already started working on that page today. So I can go ahead and show. So this whip is going to be completed this month. So this is going to be one of my April pages. This page will be completed this month because I pulled out my pencils that I was working on for this one, which was my Castle Arts Gold, which is what I was using. And then I was using some metallic gold water paint. So that is going to be completed this month. So I'll show you guys the page that I am going to be doing for April that I started already, which is this one. I'm going to work on this one this month, and I'm going to do it a little bit different than what you guys see. I planned on adding some elements to it. I'm not going to tell you what elements I'm adding, but I will be adding an element to this page. So far you see I did start to black out this part here, and I did color in my skeleton, blended him out with some mineral spirits, and that was done with alcohol markers, Ohuhu. And then for him, the basting with him it was not with a Ohuhu, it was with, this was my first set of alcohol markers. And this color is 109 Pearl White, which is what I use for his, the bone color, bone. And I just used my, move these out of the way. I'm always working on stuff. And I use my Holbein, the, what color is this? Beige. And I just, you know, colored in there as well. So this is the page I'm working on for April, and the whip. So that's one that I'm currently working on. And then also Romantic Country, the first tale I am working on. For that one, I am working on, oh crap, oh gosh, guys. So for this book, I've also started the page already, guys. I work fast, so I'll go ahead and show it since this is the page that I'm working on this month. I don't mind showing it, because it should have, my video should have been done already. So I started it this morning, and I was letting it dry because I added some stickles on there, and I want it to dry before I start back touching on it. So this is going to be an April page that I will be completing. It'll be done probably tomorrow, guys, because I'm not going to probably may work on it some more today, later. But this is the page that I plan to do for April. And maybe, you know, something else I'll probably come across. And then I have Calming Coloring, Dream Coloring, those two books. So I think I marked page that I want to do in here, which is this book, Calming Coloring for Kids. I love this book too, guys. I think I had the page marked that I wanted to do. Was this it? No, it was like a treehouse page that I wanted to do. There's so many cute pages in this book that I could have choose from. And I think it was this one with the treehouse and the birds. So yeah, I think it's this one that I'm gonna do. And I did do a page in that one for March. So I will be showing that soon. And then the Dream Coloring for Children. I think I have that one marked for this month, which is this one back here that I have been talking about that I wanted to do. And I'm gonna finally do it for April. Which is a bird, an apple, mushrooms, a mouth with a tongue hanging out, a witch's pot, candles and jars with googly eyes and a skull. And yeah, so that's this book. And then these two are together, same little books. Actually enjoy these books quite a lot. And then I think Nostalgia is a new book that I got too. New to me. I don't know if you guys have it. This is a hard book. The paper is lovely. The page that I am choosing is marked, which is this page. And it's here. It just reminds me of old school days. You see the family on the floor. They it's like they're wrapped up in a blanket. Everybody has a blanket around them, and then there's the floor model TV, and then the Lionsgate commercial on the TV. So I'm gonna do this one. This is the one that I planned to do for this month in Nostalgia. So guys, that was it for the plans. And you know that I always do add more stuff to my plans. If I start coloring and I stumble across something else that I want to do, I'll do it. So yeah, now let's get into completed pages. And I'm not going to go in any specific order. I'm going to start back probably with what I already had out. So I'm starting with Spooky. And to let you guys know, in case anyone is wondering, every page that I did this month was with Holbein's. And this is the first page. Well, the only page that I did in Spooky this month was this page. I did this on the 22nd of March. And I used Holbein's, and I based it with alcohol markers. Ohuhu, of course. I used white Uniball. I barely use Posca anymore because I'm so in love with these, but they run out fast. So I'm always having these on back order. I'm always ordering. So I use stickles here, as you can see. I use stickles here and here. And then I did use my yellow Posca to do this part here to make it look like the what is it called, the flashlight, the starlight, because it is a star, and the starlight, because the stars give off light in here, we're flashing onto the ground to give it some light. So that's what I used here, and I had fun on this page. And that was in the Spooky book. And I am working on Spooky again this month, so I'll just go ahead and put that back in there. And then Calming Coloring Book for Children, which is this one. I did this page this month. And this was one of the last pages that I did. I'd done this one on the 29th of March. And it'll come out a little bit. So on here, my background was done with acrylic paint. metallic, the ultra sheen, the extreme sheen, the blue one. And I used Holbein's, of course, the Uniball white, again, to outline everything. And then I did not use any alcohol markers in here because I didn't want to use any alcohol markers in this book because I love this book and I like the other opposite sides of these pages. So I didn't use any alcohol markers in here. However, this pen here bled through on the other side just a little bit. And that was my Ohuhu. Wait. Yeah, that was my Ohuhu glitter marker. And that's what I used on here, and it bled through. So that's it for that one. So I used Ohuhu glitter pens for this. I used not alcohol markers, Ohuhu glitter markers, the Uniball white, the acrylic paint, and Holbein's. So that's what I did on here. The next book that I did was Dream Coloring for Kids. I believe I did complete a page in here, or didn't I? Oh yes, I did, of course. So the next page was this one that I did, and I used for the background was used with the Melang watercolors. And I did stickles. I'm trying to see if you guys can see that here. I use a lot of stickles in this. I use a lot of water paint. Flipped it up so you can see. Like these balls down here, I made those like pearls. So I used pearl watercolor paints, stickles for her fin, and everything else was done with either Uniball white or Holbein's. And that was Dream Coloring for Kids. Next, I did for Mythographic Dream Garden. Some people might have saw this one already because I did, as soon as, this was one of the first pages I did. I think I did this on the 9th of, yeah, the 9th of March. And I'm going to start doing that every month. When I do a page, maybe I'll do it once or twice a month. When I finish a page, I'll post it. I'll post the white page and then the complete page on Instagram, and then maybe a short on YouTube like I did this month. Well, for March. I'm always talking about this month, but previous month, March. So I did that, and I used Holbein's. I used, of course, I always use alcohol markers in these books because they're one-sided. So stickles, of course, I used. I don't believe that I used any. Yeah, I don't believe that I used any of my Guangnaos on this one. Oh yeah, I did. I think I did. I see some here in these flowers down there. But that's all. I use Holbein's Uni. What do I want to say? Uni. Is it Uni or Uni? I don't know. Uniball white pen, which is this, of course. And that's it. And some stickles that I used. I really like this page. Actually, guys, it says I use Castle Arts. Yeah, because this was in the beginning of the month. So I was probably using Castle Arts. So yeah, that's what this is. And then I just did the outside in the black acrylic paint that I love. So yeah. And that's that page. And I think that was the only page that I did for this book this month. And then, sorry, that's just my ring doorbell. Okay, and then I have this page in Mythographic Menagerie. I did this page, the alligator page. Finished this on the 31st. I had already started it, but I went through all of my books to make sure everything was done, and this was finally complete on the 31st. And I was kind of disappointed because I couldn't get these two colors to blend too well in the background. And these were Holbeins. And it was kind of stressful because I couldn't, I mean, probably I could have, but I was trying to make sure everything was done. So I was not able to get those to blend too well. Maybe I'll go back later and blend those out really well. But yeah, so I use Holbein's, where's that? I think I have one out somewhere or not. It's a metallic marker that I have, but it's not a name brand. It's from Amazon. And it looks like this. And that's what I use for the rooftops on those little Chinese huts. And I did use some other metallics like my Ohuhu glitters on here. You could see that. If I turn it a little bit, you can see it in the house right here. And that's what I use on there. Mythographic Menagerie. And I'm just making sure that I didn't do another page in here, because I do remember working on another book, but it wasn't this one. So now I think all of my mythographic books are actually colored in now. If not, at least by next month they will be, because I know like this was the first page in this book that I had done. Did I show this one already? Yeah, I showed that one. And then Mythographic Voyage, I think I had something to do in here. All right. It's another one that I think I showed on Instagram already. I did this on the 6th of March. And in here, I was using Castle Arts because I do have it written over here. Castle Arts, Posca, I think that's it, yeah. And I'm sorry, Castle Arts, Posca, and yeah, all of these are done with Posca. No, not Posca, I'm sorry. The Artix acrylic pens. Yeah, that's what I use. And I just recently bought me some Thule Arts as well, so probably I'll save those to show those with my books that I just got. Even though I did color in some of the books that I just got, I'm still going to show them as a haul. So yeah, that's what I did on here. Castle Arts, Artix acrylic pens, and then some Uniball. And that's what I did in this one. And I did based with alcohol markers. And I'll check this to make sure I did not do another one in here, because I do remember one that I was starting and I stopped because I got a little bit aggravated. So I guess I'll find out as I go. And Doodles in Outer Space. I did one page in this book. And what I did was I used watercolor for this whole page, right? And I went in with watercolors and just laid down watercolor everywhere. And then after it dried, I went over everything with Uniball white. And then I went over everything with glitter. So as you can see, it was just me trying something, and I did it, and it turned out pretty okay. I like it. The paper is not so good, so it does warp a little bit. So you might want to iron it. So I do have a mini iron for my art. And then Village Charm, I did 2 pages in here. This is also a new book for me. I ordered this book and I got it and I colored in it right away. So the first page that I did was this page, and I did base with alcohol markers. March 25th, I completed this page. Used alcohol markers to base, and I went over everything with Ohuhu's or Castle Arts. I don't remember. So yeah. And I did use some Uniball on here. Anything you see with white spots, of course, that's what it is. Because like I said, I barely use the Poscas unless it's the colored Posca. And this page here, I did on the 26th. I used a lot of different mediums here. I used the Uniball, I used Holbeins, and I used some Guangnao as well. If you look good, you can see the metallic pens that I use, or markers. And I added the apples on this tree. And this tree was done with Arctic's acrylic pens. So yes, that's what I did on there. And you can see the metallic Guangnaos back here. And I'm really proud of this page. I love it. So those are the only pages that I've done in here, in Village Charm. And to one of my favorite books, Diamond's World Fairy Tale. I did this. You guys know I try to work in this book every month. I did this on the 22nd. It was the Daddy Long Legs page. Why, I don't know why they call it Daddy Long Legs. I guess because of the character back here. And this is the original page. And then here's my completed page. Okay. And then, so I bought this little book on Amazon, I believe it was. It was like $3. It's a Winter Wonderland Magic Painting book. So I originally did not know that any liquid that touches this paper changes the color. So the first page that I tried, that's when I discovered. Because as you can see, I was trying to use metallic paints, and then the water was changing the color of the background. And then when I realized that, I said, hey, let me try something else. So I was just playing around, and I got this page. So what I did was I did the painting like with the water. Actually, no, I used pencil to do, you see the blue and the purples? I used pencil to make it look like, you know, the snowy. And then I went over all of the black lines with the Uniball pen. And then the same thing I did with all of the elements down here. And then up here, I just went in and colored with my Holbeins to see what the effects would be then. And even with these little people, I used metallic markers to color them. And then when I was done, I sprayed the paper and I got this. So it was just and that's how you see the present box down here. Looks like I did a little bit of artwork to it. I did not. The colors of the unicorns, I only whited them out. And the colors that you got is the colors that I sprayed with the water, except for their hair. Their hair, I did those colors. So everything else, it was a magic, I guess, if you want to call it magic. And then to share my Ruby Sweet Dream. So my March thing was this one, the turtle in the flower pot. And I did this one with Holbeins. And I put stickles on his turtle shell. And so now that's my third one. So this was January, February, March. And then I have April, May, and June. And once I'm done, I'll find something else to do in this book. I haven't colored in this book again since I've done this page, because it's a lot of work to do. Now I have this book, which is also new to me. I got this book, A-Paul's Coloring Book of the Four Seasons, and I really like it. So I did this page here, but I used watercolor paints, just exploring with watercolors, and I really like it. I like how it came out. It's different, which it looks like I did a marbling effect, and I did not do that on purpose. I was just practicing because I'm not really big on watercolor yet. I'm practicing because I love to use it, but I just don't really know how to use it. So this was practicing for me, and I like how it turned out. I used not just watercolor, actually. I used some new paints that I bought from Target. I'll show you guys here. I used these new paints. They're called Mondo Llama is the brand. They were like $2 a piece. They are not the best, to be honest. They are not the best. I don't know. For my first time using it, I use it on this paper. So this paper is actually really good, but the paint, I just have to keep playing around with it. Maybe add water to it because it's, I don't know. But okay, I used that as the base, and then I went over it with my Melang, watercolor paints, and that's how you got these things here. And then everything else was done with Holbeins. So yeah, I did everything else with Holbeins, and I like how it turned out. I can turn it this way. Turned out nice. I didn't do her exactly like the picture because I did her dress purple, her jacket a different color brown, her coffee cup is like a burgundy color, her flowers are burgundy, and this one over here happens to be totally different. But I love the way her hair came out. This is my first time doing hair like this, and what I did was I colored first the hair really light with like a almost brown, black gray, and then I went over it with my, I don't even remember what that thing is called, those pens that everybody is using. I had one in here somewhere. I can't remember what they're called, but everybody is using those. Oh yeah, this is one. I have one right here. Micron. So I use my Micron to do the lines for her hair. Put that in there. And that's how I got the hair like that. I love it. It came out nice. And then I did use some metallics on the buttons for her sweater. So yeah, I like it. And that is in the A-Pause 4 Seasons. And yes, I do have a page marked for me to do here. I think this is going to also be an April page, I believe. And so then for aviary, I did a nice pretty page, which is this one. This was my first time experiencing with, what is it called? I was trying monochrome, where I only basically used like 2 or 3 colors, and that's what I did. I was very satisfied with this, minus the green that you see in the flowers. So I used an orange, a yellow, and like a mustard. And some stickles. No, I don't think, yeah, this is not stickles. This is acrylic glitter paint that I put on the flowers. Came out nice. I love it. I love it. So I'll hold it up for you to see. And I used my Uniball to white out the lines on the feathers and on her dress. Because the object for me was to make everything one. So that was the objective for me, and I feel like I had executed it. I think that was it that I done in this page. I do have a whip, 2 whips in there, but that was Mythographic Aviary. Okay, Mythographic Aviary. And let me show that again because it looks like my thing popped up. That's a whip. But yeah, so I wanted that to show that again. And again, I used acrylic glitter paint. I used my Holbeins. And yeah, I like this page. Next thing but I did I do anything here this month? Yes, and this should have been seen. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw this. I posted this. This was done March the 7th. This is Jack and the Beanstalk in Erie's fairy tale. I did that one with Castle Arts. So I think at some point I was using Castle Arts in the beginning of the month. And then I switched. Sometimes I do that. I try to stick to one pencil for a month, but sometimes it does not work out that way. And I used Stickles here. I used Uniball. I used Castle Arts. And that was the only page I did in that book this month. And then in Magical Earth, I have a whip. I was very stumped by this page because I really like it. It's really nice. But I was not able to finish it in time. It was one that I was doing and I was working so hard on it. And then I could not figure out, without rushing it, what to do next because I have so much brown. I have so much yellow. I didn't know what color to do the roof. So I left it as it was. So I didn't want to rush through and finish this. I wanted it to be done right. So I will leave it as a whip for now, and then I'll work on it and then try to finish it maybe in April. And that was with Holbein's. No basting on this one. I just went straight in with my pencils. And then here we have one that I did with straight water paints. And I really like it. All water paints on this one except for the I don't know, what is he, squirrel, I don't know what is he, but this is a seasonal book. This book is called Seasonal Flowers or something like that. I did this on the 29th, and this was a quick one. I did this in one day, actually in the night, on the weekend actually. I did all water paint. The same concept that I did for the doodles page. I just laid down the watercolor paints on the flowers. And then I went back in and colored over everything with the Uniball. And this came out perfectly. I love it. And he is the only thing that I did with my Holbeins. And then I did add Artix markers here to add the extra grass in there. So this came out nice. I like it. And then there's one little speck of Stickles on his jacket. Right there. So I love that. And that was in this book. So I want to share with you guys something that I bought this book too, guys. Finally, I fought with myself to get it because I figured I could do it. And it turns out to be the hardest thing that I've ever tried to do. So this is the original page. And this is my page, which to me, it's not done because I don't plan to finish it, which makes me very sad because I feel like I could have done such a good job. But what I did was I went and I bought gesso to white out the lines. And that worked pretty well. But I just don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it without the gesso. But I heard that if you use the white pen, like the Uniball pen or whatever, or another one, try that and see how it works. I just don't see how I could fix this. Like, it's just too much screw ups on here to me. Like, I don't know. I'm very stumped by this because I figured I could do so well on here. I bought this book just to try it. Maybe I chose the wrong page for the first time, the hardest page. But to me, it just seemed, it's easy. But if you're whiting out the lines, it's not going to come out to the way you really want it to look. I don't know. But I wanted to share this because I didn't put this in the book of things, I just couldn't, because it's just not where I wanted it to be. Because as you see, this is how the pages look white. I mean, the black lines, it's just kind of does not do the paper any justice. So I'm going to try it again. I might even try to go back and finish this just because, but I can't blame it on the gesso, because to me, the gesso actually worked really good because you can't see any of the black lines, none. And I think I used 1 layer or maybe 2 layers of the gesso, and the pencils, the Holbeins is what I used. It took very well, but I don't know. I struggled with some of the colors trying to darken this area over here. I wanted to darken that to make it look like over here, but I just couldn't get it to darken because of the gesso, I believe. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look, before I do this again, I'm gonna look very closely and see what I can do. I might have to use watercolor paints. Yeah, I might go, you know what I'm thinking? I'm going to probably use watercolor paints and go over the details with white Uniball, or I have a whole lot of different gel pens. So for example, if I'm going to do this brown, when I'm done with the watercolor, after it dries, go over it with a brown watercolor, or just try the white and let's just see how it goes. But I feel like I'm going to need a lot more of these because they're going to run out. They don't. You can get a lot of ink out of them, but they do run out fast, in my opinion. But I'm going to try it again. I'm not going to give up. So guys, that was everything that I colored for the month of March. I'm just making sure that I got everything. And I do. I do. Let me see this book. I don't think I colored in this one. Yeah. I also got this. It's new. But I haven't put any ink in there. I do plan to though. Oh, actually I started one here. I don't mind showing my books, guys. I don't care. This is one that I'm working on for the month, and that's in this book. So yeah, mostly all of my books now have ink in it. So I'm working on this one. So guys, thank you for watching my video. That was my March plan, well, my completed pages for March and my April plans. And of course my plans can expand because of course that's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that I plan to work in, which there will be more. And if you have any suggestions on videos that you would like to see from me, just let me know, and I can definitely do those videos. But you guys didn't hear from me much this month, well, for the month of March, because I had a lot going on for the month of March. And yeah, so I'm probably going to record another video of my little books that I have, and I can share those with you guys. But again, thank you for watching, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.